We welcome you to AFC Champions League action. It's the knockout stage and a chance for Thailand's Buriram United to do something that no Thai team has done for a decade, make it to the semi-finals of the AFC Champions League. They trail Istiqlal from Iran by 1-0 coming into this second leg. So it is all set up for a history-making night for Buriram. This is AFC Champions League knockout stage, quarter-finals. And this new stadium, this made-for-football stadium, it's not quite full to capacity, but it's certainly a terrific atmosphere. And Des Corkill alongside me is a man who used to play some of his football on the Thai domestic stage, John Wilkinson, Singapore international. And John, for Thai football, what a potential moment this could be.
Hello, everybody. Yes, Des, as you said, what a potential moment this could be. They were very unlucky. I watched the game in the first leg in Tehran, and they were very unlucky to concede such an early goal and chase the game from there on in, and were unfortunate to go down and leave Tehran without a positive result. So really fascinating to see how the Thais are going to go about, how Buriram are going to go about this game, because they really are strong at home. Don't lose, don't give up many points at the Thunderdome. It's going to be a cracker.
What I can tell you is that Buriram, who'll be in the blue, will go into this match with a new coach. They've gone through quite a few coaches in the last couple of years or so, and they've also got through one or two players, but it hasn't stopped their ability to really make this Thunder Castle Stadium, this made-for-football stadium, something, a fortress for them. As you can see, one or two seats. It's not quite the Azadi where 95,000 were there, so they've faced as hostile an environment as it is possible to face. The main difficulty they'll have is this Istiqlal. They're full of experience. Nakunam at the back, Andranik, J. Lloyd Samuel. They've all played international football at a very high level. Istiqlal, very good opposition.
Oh, extremely good. And I think probably as good as you're going to get in this competition. Very experienced, great players, as you said. But, you know, coming to Buriram, it may not be the hostile atmosphere it was in Tehran, but coming into Buriram town, and it doesn't make you feel like you're much of a footballer. I tell you, it counts for nothing walking around Buriram as a football player. All there is this stadium, pretty much. So not easy to come and play, and adapt. Apparently the Terranian boys, they've been in Thailand for a few days to try to acclimatise, which was a fantastic move. I think very smart move, very professional move. And they saw Buriram, I think, play against BC Tero and pick up a victory. So they'll be pretty well versed with Buriram now.
Goalkeeper Ramati made a couple of excellent saves in that first leg to prevent Buriram scoring the away goal. And in such a tight thing, the away goals rule may well come into play here. A reminder that it's 1-0 up on the night, so an away goal for the team from Tehran means that Buriram would need to score 3.
That's a tough mountain to climb. I mean, with the style the Buriram play, it's well within them. It really is, especially with the likes of Teraton coming back, who, you know, we was just having a quick chat about before kickoff. We think he's a fantastic player, very good going forward. Not the greatest going towards his own goal, but he's still only 23. He's played over 100 games for Buriram already. Great quality on his left foot, great delivery. Watch him for dead balls as well. He likes the free kick. He's notched a couple of times for the national team with dead balls, so I'm looking forward to seeing him at this level.
Okay, so here are Buriram United. This is the starting lineup. There's a little bit of surprise. Alejandro Menendez, who's only just come into the coach's position. He has not started with Jesus, the Spanish number 9. It means the only foreign player will be Osma, who plays at centre-back. So Buriram are trusting the Thai boys to do the job. As for Istiqlal, there is experience all over the park. Haydari, J. Lord Samuel, Sadeji and Omradaze will be a very formidable back four. But you look at Pejman, you look at Nakunam, you look at Andranik, and particularly up front, you look at Mohamed Ghazi as the wide left player. There's goals in this team. There's goals
and quality all over the field, and there's players that can keep the ball for fun. They can keep the ball in the middle of the park. You look at J. Lloyd Samuel, you look at Andranik Tamorian, who I think is just a fantastic player. Played pretty much all over the UK. And just impressed wherever he's been. Fulham, of course, he was there, made not many appearances, but he's one of J. Lloyd Samuel's ex-colleagues at Bolton Wanderers. So just quality. There's J. Lloyd Samuel, of course. Good player. So I'm really excited about this game. It's going to be interesting to see how it pans out.
So history beckons for Buriram. Formerly as PEA, they won the championship in 2008. Then they moved to Buriram as Buriram PEA. They've developed now. Buriram United are making a big statement on the AFC Champions League stage. At 1-0 down, it's not a game that they need to go chasing quickly. In fact, it's probably exactly what they don't need to do. As Tidatom, he with a wand for a left foot, can't keep the ball in.
Yeah, that's a good point, Des, actually. I think a lot of the younger players at this level and playing in the AFC Champions League, playing against very top quality opposition, will be thinking, okay, well, let's try and get a goal as early as we can. Well, you know, that could also cause you trouble. It could also leave you open at the back, and Istiqlal will exploit that. Any openings they will exploit. They've got pace going forwards, they've got strength and experience defending wise. It's a beautiful pitch as well.
Does the conditions, it's a brilliant facility, isn't it? And on the bench next to the coach, you don't need much more motivation than having the main man being very hands-on with what's going on at Buriram.
See, we're seeing the scene.
This is Surat. Well, Suri, he's got to the byline, couldn't keep it in play, and that could have been a nasty accident. Luckily, a big smile from the overlapping fullback.
And he'll do that all day, Suri. He'll be up and down all day. He reminds me of Cafu a little bit, I have to say. I think that opportunity and that opening just came to him a little bit too early in the game. I think a little bit, maybe 5 more minutes later when he's got his touch in, would have been a very good opportunity. Just went to sleep a little bit there. Istiqlal. And this is what they'll do, they'll slow the game down.
Cacophony of noise. But the throw-in will go to the visitors, Istiqlal. And that's their coach. A legend at the club. Galanoy as a player and now as coach. Here's Lloyd Samuel. Run out to play by Surat. It's notable whenever Thai teams do well, there's normally a Surat involved. Surat and Suri, success follows them around. Here's Lloyd Samuel. Started in a very advanced position, J. Lloyd Samuel.
I was just about to say, I mean, viewers of the EPL would have been thinking, oh, J. Lloyd Samuel, defensive midfielder, more of a holding midfielder, but does seem to be playing in an advanced position, almost a forward. Starting on the left side. Lloyd Samuel, of course, came through the West Ham Youth Academy. Got released with the likes of Konchesky and a few other players. Bobby Zamora, all 3 of them got released at the same time and then went back to play for them. So,
Japanese referee not making himself too popular. Suchao. I think Suchao's got a valid point there. That seems to have come off Haidari, the goal scorer in the first leg. I didn't know an awful lot about it. It's the goal that divides them. This is Osmar Baba Imanov. Sweeps the ball out, very Piqué-like is Osmar, and a dominant figure in this Buriram back line.
Osmar Baba, a very elegant player. 6'3", over 6'3", and you know he will chip in with goals. I think he's got a goal already in this AFC Champions League, so he will chip in with goals, set pieces, of course. And he bring the ball out from the back. Lovely left foot, very elegant.
Closing down by Suri, who's reinventing himself as a right-sided midfielder. For so long he played at right back, but he used to get forward so often he may as well start on the right wing. Bagsede, the left back, wins a corner for Istiqlal. Can't overemphasize the importance of an away goal or for Buriram not to concede. Back today. Little dink in and chases the ball through. Lloyd Samuel. It's a sharp effort from Andranik.
Two lovely quick touches. Very difficult to bring this ball down. And he didn't think twice, did he? Quality player hitting the target early doors. Buriram just need to have a spell of possession now. They need to keep hold of the ball. Easier said than done, of course, because Istiqlal are pushing very high up the field.
Sivaruk. Cool and calm. This is the centre-back, Chitapat. Pratham. Looks the ball over the top, and again there's willing running from Suri Suka. Well, he hasn't produced a cross yet, but 3 times now he's made that surging run.
It looks to me as if that's a definite game plan of Buriram. They've singled out the left back of Istiqlal. I mean, Istiqlal themselves are trying to play down their left-hand side, leaving their back door exposed a little bit. You know, and Suri is like I said, he'll make those runs all days without breaking sweat.
This time they've got players in the penalty area. If Tiraton can get the ball in, but how many white shirts were back there? They had 8 defending the penalty area, and the shot when it came in from Surat was wasteful. I think we've seen that Istiqlal are going to defend in numbers.
It definitely looks that way, but when I was reading the preview of this match, the Istiqlal coach Amil Galenoy says that he's going to Buriram to score, and to score 1 or 2 goals. He's wary of the attacking mindset of Buriram, but he's wants to fight fire with fire. It definitely doesn't look that way at the moment. Seem very defensive-minded. You say they're very defensive-minded. We do have J. Lloyd Samuel playing almost as a left winger, so still looks in good nick, J. Lloyd Samuel.
Certainly does. Looking down the line there, though, just trying to pick out the on-running Surat. So many white shirts. And Andranik. I know you're a big fan of Andranik and what he's achieved in European football. Little shoulder from Lloyd Samuel. Physical advantage, but free kick to Buriram.
Oh, that's much on that, really. Not really.
Pressure on the referees as well. Japanese officials today. It's Ryoto Sato, and on the line also Japanese Yagi Akano and Nishio Hideki. The Chinese Taipei official on as 4th official. Here's Tiratom, who is able to put the ball in 9, 10, 11 yards out of that corridor of uncertainty.
It's a decent ball in, just the keeper under pressure.
But Andranik can come clear, and he's fouled. He's a little bit rash from Surat.
Surat's done well not to get in the book there, unless Andranik's made a bit of a meal of it. No, I think raised boot, a little bit naughty from Surat. You're talking about the referee and officials being under pressure, definite pressure playing, officiating in Buriram. I have to tell you, it's not an easy town to get out of if you've performed badly. It's almost as if they can just close the walls up and you're lost to the town.
I'll investigate more on that comment in just a little while, but firstly, Istiqlal just getting to the pace of the game. They are in the lead in this match. Well, not in this match, but in this overall tie. They've got that 1-goal lead from the first leg. Osmar, that's loosely given away, and Pejman. And they win it back quickly through Surat. Tiraton, Suchao, who looks like he's been given license to roam.
a big performance from the captain Suchau this game. I like him as a player. He's a very complete midfielder, does everything very well. Not special at just one thing, but just does everything pretty tidily. Roam around the pitch playing two-touch. Noticed his didn't play a year. I think he played a year in Indonesia. Suchau, an experienced player. Well, I think still playing in the national team.
Ooh, that's naughty. That's late. It's a lunge. And Haydari picks up a yellow card. He looks as innocent as he possibly can. But there's nothing innocent in that challenge.
I think he can complain too much about that yellow card. Well, he did try to pull out of it, but he shouldn't have dived in the first place. It was very late. Definitely caught him. Needs to be careful now. So early in the game, getting a yellow card away from home. Not what the doctor ordered.
It was Pratham who has recovered. It's a splendid kit, Buriram's, isn't it? It's got a certain classiness to it. I'm a big fan of kits like that. Nothing too fancy.
Nothing too fancy. I like the colour of it and the badge. That lightning bolt badge.
Sorry, couldn't keep it alive. Lloyd Samuel. They've got a man over on the far side. There's Pejman. If he looks inside, he's got Ghazi on the edge of the penalty area. It's taken away from Andranik. Chapui. Andranik, who's all over the pitch so far. Ramati.
His job, of course, will be to protect his back four and just cover especially the centre-backs. But I've noticed he is getting forward. He's ending up on the edge of the box, trying to get on the end of things. I'm looking at the formation that I think that Esteghlal are playing. But listen, don't pay too much notice of that, because as soon as they get the ball, that changes. They're setting up with a 4-5-1. Paying no attention to that whatsoever when they get the ball, because they're bombing on in numbers.
Good atmosphere, good home support, but not an awful lot of options up front. They're trying their best not to play it long. Tidaton. Very tight in there. Has to go backwards from Jacofan.
Yeah, Buriram are going to play into the middle. They need to play it in and get it out very, very quickly. If you dally about in the middle too much, you're going to end up losing possession, because Esteghlal have about 5 or 6 players crowding that central area. But they are light on the flanks defensively.
Foul's been given against Big Osmar. What a leader he's been, though, for Buriram.
Vice-captain.
Lloyd Samuel into Pejman. Only Ghazi up in the penalty area. Sujal. Looks for Tidaton, who's got pace. Nearly gets the ball away. But the other Pejman, Montezeri, defends. Sujal. Once again, Sujal. Tidaton was blocked off. Little dink forward, but no real penetration in the penalty area. And if it,
fantastic little clip there. It was a lovely little dink in. It was a great idea. You want one of your midfielders or your second strikers to bomb in. Nice late run, a la Frank Lampard, should we say? And it's a great idea. Those openings are there for Buriram if they keep looking for them, if they keep persevering.
Pejman. Lloyd Samuel into a cul-de-sac, tried to win a corner. Instead, just harmlessly throws it to the goalkeeper, Sirawak. Nice direction from Suchau to Tidaton. Where's the focal point in this Buriram team? Because it doesn't look like they're playing with an out-and-out striker.
I think they're trying to interchange, and I think that this is why I mentioned Suchau. I think he plays a hugely important role in the fulcrum of midfield. He gets forward too, sets things off.
Suri. Good defending in the end by Hidari. It had to be, because there was a player closing in. Osmar tries his luck. Tidatom. And Jakapan it was who got the final header, but when I was saying where's the focal point, Buriram got bodies into the penalty area.
And when they get bodies in, a decent delivery that we just got there from Suri. So 4 players coming into the box, getting into the box. And I have to say, the Esteghlal defence, they got rid of it in the end. And this is a decent ball in. It's from Thiraton. And goalkeeper Ramati didn't want to come for that. I thought he could come and just clear bodies and collect that ball. Didn't want to come for it. And I have to say, from the early onset, Esteghlal players look a little bit leggy.
I suppose the time difference can make or be a big factor. Ooh, Andronic has gone hurtling into, well, Pratham. He's saying it's shoulder to shoulder, but that could be a second yellow card for Esteghlal early on, and post fouls on him.
Yeah, it looked a bit of a heavy challenge. Yeah, that's a heavy challenge there.
And knew exactly what he was doing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Has he got away without a booking there?
Yeah, I didn't see a car being flashed. And the crowd reaction, I think, will tell you the answer.
Well, that was Endanak Tamori in there, closing down Buriram's left back. And Tamoriam, his job would be to, like I said before, is to cover the back 4 and just be that screen. What is he doing on the right wing? I'm not really sure, and it's very, very difficult to figure out their formation they're playing. Esteghlal, they interchange very, very well, the midfielders. If you watch them all rotate when the Esteghlal back 4 have the ball, watch them rotate to receive the ball.
Suchau chases into the corner. Well, he got to it, but couldn't keep it in play. I think they're asking an awful lot of Suchau. Pejman with the throw-in for Esteghlal. Andronic loses out. There was an errant arm from Tidatom. Referee says play on. Awkward. What's Ramati doing? He hasn't come with his hands. He's kicked it clear.
What a ball in. Fantastic ball in, only one player to hit. And the ball just seemed to dip at the last minute. And was that Suchau getting into the box? It was. And I think if he goes in with more intent, more aggression, he might have got something out of this. I think if he really threw himself at the ball, because Ramati didn't fancy it.
He certainly didn't. Sadeji is the one who's come out with the injury, so is Suchau. That really is one where you expect your goalkeeper to come out and clear things away, to defend him a little bit.
Well, if you look
at
it,
pace was taken off the ball.
It was, with a little deflection. It was still a cracking, ended up as a cracking delivery. But if you look at little Suchau, I mean, all of what, 5'5", 5'6", smallest player in the box, and he comes out of that relatively unscathed. But yeah, definite focal point if we're looking for one in the Buriram side. Seems to be definitely playing up there alone, though. Needs some help with his third man running midfielders. Needs to keep getting quality delivery from his right and left flankers. Here's one now.
Time and space for Suchau. Needs support. Wasn't really arriving, and Andronic makes the clearance. He's been all over the pitch, Andronic.
Well, he's had to be. He really has. He's the only one who doesn't seem like he's got heavy legs to me.
That's a very good point. Hidari just gets a little touch in there. So, concerning moments for the Iranian coach. His team still lead. Surat. To Osmar. Shot from Jakavan is blocked. Picks up the second ball. Suri. Still can't get that elusive cross in, but great support.
Suri's getting a lot of space out here on the right side. Just wants a little bit more quality from him. He's lacking a little bit of confidence. Needs to keep ramming that ball down his throat, though.
Osmar.
Terrific ball.
Probably too good because it was impossible to control.
Yeah.
If you can have a ball that's too good.
Well, in cricket, you have a delivery that's too good and doesn't get the batsman out, so why not? See Osmar just coming into midfield, stepping into midfield with his long strides. We said earlier on in the game, he's got some good quality with that left foot. Big, powerful lad. As the game wears on, and if it stays 0-0, I expect to see him coming into midfield more often.
Prattam made a contribution there without being clobbered. He'll be quite relieved about that. Little dink forward looking for the run. It was never going to happen. Girawat. For Chapuis. Breaks back to Girawat, who will start things once again. Coming through the back, it's a great tackle from Hidari.
It was either a great tackle or it was going to be a red card. It was going to be one or the other. No grey areas with that one.
Oh, it's just come off the back of him. They do seem to be able to get this spare man, though. Although there's no real focal point, Buriram are getting bodies free down the right and sometimes through the middle.
It's definitely on this right side, on this near side as we look at it. One of the midfielders, Chapuis there, I think it was, who started in this central area and just drifted over to the right with acres of space.
Now then, Istiqlal can come forward. Pejman. He looked for Ghazi. Ghazi couldn't sort his feet out.
I'll tell you now, Istiqlal are going to find themselves in trouble unless they can have a good period on the ball. It takes a lot of energy to get that ball back. There's a long time left in this game.
Teased Hidari to come and make the challenge. Osmar. As you say, coming forward, Jakavan. Osmar. Wasn't quite the 1-2 he was intended. Andranik. Tell you what, he's been on the weight. He's made good use of those shoulders. Surat, nice and neat and tidy. This is his brother, Suri.
You don't play for Bolton unless you've got a little bit of meat on you.
That's a little bit too straight and comfortable for Ramati.
Good noise coming from the crowd, from the local fans.
If you like the Vuvuzela.
Yeah, if you're a Vuvuzela fan.
Chitapat just knocks it clear. Hidari down the right-hand side. He's been fairly heavily involved. It's a funny one to call this because Istiqlal, they look big and strong and professional, but they also look very vulnerable.
They do. They look very laboured as well, I have to say. Don't know whether the humidity and heat might just be getting to them a little bit, but they have been in Thailand for quite a few days now, 4 or 5 days. They came early, they came directly after a defeat in the domestic league. I think they went down 2-0, but they had, as the coach was saying, they had a few suspensions. And they're at full strength now and very confident of coming away with a win.
The Maltese kick isn't the best. Sorry, Suchao. Tiraton. Did well to win that back, Tiraton. Under pressure from Hidari. Oh, good play, and Andronic to the rescue once again. Pejman. A little bit of a late tackle there from Surat. He's a combative midfielder, Surat. Tiraton, to be fair, that's a great effort from him. Surat, just a little bit too late. Good play from Tiraton.
Tiraton looks very confident, doesn't he? He's very confident coming back into the Champions League after a suspension. Need him on good form this evening.
Once again, Pratham strong in the air. For the latest Buriram coach, Alejandro, it's been quite an introduction. His team at top of the Thai league. And they've got a chance to do something that no Thai team has done since BC Tero Sasano went all the way to the final.
You have to say the competition's a lot stronger now than it was back in those days, though, Des, of course. Seen my old mate Terzak Chaiman playing in the final of that one.
He did, scored as well.
Yeah, got player of the tournament as well. Fantastic player that I was going to say was or still is, still playing.
Andronic's done well. Pejman clears long. Only though the lone figure of Ghazi up front. Ever since you said the players look leggy, you're so right.
You can see it, can't you? They don't look sharp to me. Look a little bit slow on the turn. And
Jakafam. Right, Suri. Chance to go at the fullback. That's a little bit ambitious. Chapuis.
Chapuis just wasn't set for that strike, really. On his first touch, the ball just sat up on the volley, and he just wasn't quite set for it. Good to see Suri really get down to the byline, really believe in himself. Just move the ball a little bit and then get down the byline and whip a ball in. Certainly capable of that. He's been making a career out of it long enough. Yeah, as you said, Des, they do look leggy, don't they, the Istiklal players? But that all counts for nothing if Buriram can't take advantage of it. Unless they move the ball quicker from one flank to the other and start creating some chances. And
that's a lovely little flick. Jakafan. He's got Chapuis in the middle. Jakafan. Arriving late is Tiraton. Eventually Chapuis gets it. And then Surat is not the man you want at the end of the move.
It's Esteghlaal's left side. It's leaving a lot of space for Buriram to exploit. I think you're gonna find, and they're trying to organise it now, as you can see. I think they're going to ask J. Lloyd Samuel just to come back a little bit more and help out. Because he's really not been involved at all. But that was a good opportunity for Buriram. It's all about making the right decisions and taking the right option. It didn't there again, but they should be encouraged by that.
Osmar won the first header, was physical for the second. And then a little bit of holding back by Istiqlal. It's Pejman Nouri there. He was the man who was found guilty of it. Another of the former internationals in this Istiqlal side. He was once a mainstay, Pejman Nouri. Did you ever have the joy of playing in the Azadi? In the home of Istiqlal, where Iran play their national
I did,
games?
Yeah, we got absolutely hammered.
Is it as intimidating as I understand it is?
It is, yeah, especially when it was as cold as it was when we were there. I'm tropical now, you see. I'm not very good at... I can't really play in the cold anymore. A little bit soft. But we were playing up against a very good side, of course.
Iranian football is strong, and Suchau, that could have bounced awkwardly there for Ramati. It didn't. Sadeghi got a good tackle in, but it's a corner kick to Buriram.
All of the Iranian players, of course, playing their trade in Europe, in the German Bundesliga. Producing very, very quality player, very talented players. Love their football over there, of course.
I think that's the point I'm trying to make, that Thailand are now on that same level as Istiqlal, and that is a big step for Southeast Asian football. Tiratom. It's not the worst ball in, defended by Sadeghi. Andronik clears. Letting it bounce, which is always difficult. Jakafan. Osmar. Tiratom. And the free kick is in a really good position for Tiratom. They've taken it quickly. As well, look at the free kick. The ball's ended up in the gloves of Ramati, but Buriram really looking to get on with it quickly.
Should have done better. Should have done better. Saw J. Lloyd Samuel coming back to help out in the left side position. Gave away a free kick. I think he was probably looking forward to playing as a left-sided forward. Then after, in the first half, being asked to come back and do a defensive job.
Platinum at least gets a little bit of his own back, although there didn't seem to be too much in that. Ghazi's a big, strong fella. But now a free kick in an awkward position to defend. Andronik stands over the ball. Sadeghi is one of the big fellas up in the penalty area. Montazeri, Pejman Montazeri, also good in the air, as is Ghazi. Dangerous moment for Buriram. Osmar defends it well. And now on the breakaway, they've got a 3-on-3.
Oh, if it was a better ball. If only it was a better ball. Right side again.
It was the right idea.
Yep, that was the ball to play. Once again, it's just a little bit of quality lacking in the final third for Buriram.
Well, you pick down this right-hand side. Hashim Bag today is the left back. And Lloyd Samuel in front of him. You'd imagine there'd be plenty of cover down that left-hand side. There's no lack of experience there.
Just not seen the left back for Istiqlal. I haven't seen a white shirt down that side hardly.
Sorry, kicks into the backside of Ghazi. So if you're Coach Alejandro, are you happy with how things have gone for Buriram?
Yeah, I am so far. There's been some real bright signs. But there's shades of the first leg in this, where Buriram are on top, they're keeping the ball nicely, they're getting hold of the midfield better than Istiqlal are, and they're making use of the ball better. It's like I've just said, though, it's that little bit of quality in the attacking third, and that's what he needs to be speaking to them at half-time about. It's just a little bit of composure, a little bit more belief in themselves. They should be walking into this half-time break very confident in their own ability, knowing that they can really cause problems for Istiqlal. Not worried about focusing on winning the game, focusing on getting that first goal.
Bit of a wayward pass. Pejman makes amends. Hidari. Pejman once again. Nakulam short. Ghazi was just trying to help it on to Lloyd Samuel. Didaton. Jakafan makes a great run. Tracked by Omradzadeh. He's got past Omradzadeh and then is caught. He did him proper.
Great bit of skill.
Whoops.
Oh, was there contact? No. Is the answer to that one? And that's a shame, because I think he could have gone on with the ball.
Now it's a yellow card for Omradzadeh.
It's a dangerous area. Istiqlal. Looking at Osmar now. If he can sort his run out, good quality delivery.
So Osmar's just towards the edge of the penalty area. Also, Chitapal is up front. It's a lovely ball in. Expertly defended by Lloyd Samuel.
It had to be defended as well, because it came in with a lot of pace, a lot of movement on the ball. They were looking for Osmar.
Some more work for Ramati and co. Osmar! Whoa! They've got the equaliser on aggregate, and it's the Spaniard who has got it. It's a great header.
Great delivery and clinical header. He was the one we were looking at. We did say before kickoff he was the one that he's already scored in this Champions League. Similar goal. And he will chip in for you. And boy, did he do it then.
But if you're the Istiqlal defenders, how can you leave the main threat unguarded?
Well, it looked like it was J. Lloyd Samuel who was marking him in the first chance. Let's see who it was there. Nobody. Nobody anywhere near him. When nobody's got his hands on him. And it's a fantastic delivery. Loads of pace in exactly the right area. Goalkeeper can't come for it. And a very good downward header. Nothing Ramati could do about that.
Well, it's a wonderful moment for Buriram. It's terrific for Thailand. But now, what can Istiqlal come back and offer? Remember, an away goal still changes the whole complexion of this. We're level on aggregate. And Osmar Baba Ibanez scores, what's that, 7 minutes before half-time. It's a great time to score.
They're in a bit of trouble now, Istiqlal, I really have to say. They were looking leggy. And they didn't look like they were bothered about scoring. They were just looking like they just wanted to just sit back and soak up the pressure. Well, let's see what they're made of now. And I'm not sure if they've got it in them to step up. They don't look like they have the energy, and when you're playing against the Thai side, especially, let's say, the best Thai side in the country, when they've got the bit between their teeth and they're confident, they're very difficult to play against.
Suchao. Surrey.
Playing with only one foreigner as well, Des.
It is, it's great, isn't it? It's great.
So far as the foreigner that made the difference, vice-captain.
Yeah, to be fair, he's not a bad foreigner, is he?
No, terrific, terrific. centre-back, and he has been coming into the midfield, hasn't he? Distributing the ball very well. Looks a very classy act to me.
Sorry. Closed down by Pejman. Pratham. His solidity at the back has allowed Tiraton to play on the left side of this midfield for Buriram. And he just released them, a bit like Surrey, using the natural fullbacks as wide players, and just released them from the defensive shackles.
It's a very Spanish way of looking at the wide areas. They actually interchange as well. It's whoever's closest to the ball will go and hunt it down. And
Sadeji back to Ramati. Pejman on a different wavelength to Nakunam. There's big names in this Esteglal starting 11, but they're not putting it together. Pejman.
I don't know why they've got their shape right to me, and physically they look out of it. Well, you can all see the Esteglal players a lot bigger, look a lot physically stronger. And football size really doesn't count for anything. It's all to do with your body shape and your balance and your core stability, of course, and that's what I like about Thai football nowadays. They use what they have to their strength, which is keeping the ball, good first touch, and their mobility. All these Buriram players look very mobile.
Pejman, I think, gets away with on there because Tiraton looked like it nicked the ball.
Didn't look like a foul to me. Well, look at that. The free's right there.
And that's an important call because there was then a 3-on-3 as Lloyd Samuel hooks to the far post. Sadeji. Then to Chapuis. Tiraton. Pejman Montazeri, one of the big physical fellas you were talking about. Just coming in on the back of Jakafan.
Well, size and physicality doesn't really count for much when you protect the ball so well and you get your body in the way. These Thai players using their bodies very, very well.
So approaching half-time, and Buriram United lead by 1-0. It's 1-1 on aggregate. There must be a winner tonight. If it remains 1-0, we will go into extra time, and possibly penalties. Away goals don't count in extra time. Surrey. Tiraton, little no-look pass picked off by Nakunam. Pejman, sign of a confidence there from Tiraton.
You like to see that in a 23-year-old, don't you? He's popping up all over the field as well, isn't he? He's starting to get hold of the ball a little bit more. Starting to dictate play.
Nakunam. Ghazi. Poor first touch and run back. And little triangles of football. Girawat into Chapuis. And the Olays are going round the Buriram, what they call it, the Thunder Castle. How does a Thai Olay go?
Your guess is as good as mine. I'm sure they have their own version.
Given away though, Lloyd Samuel's in there quickly, but once again it's Buriram who react quickest.
I have to say, so far over both legs, Buriram have bossed this time. Looking at Osmar's position there, and it's a very clever little position he takes up for a centre-back. When they have the ball, they don't sit flat and play the ball across the back. They stagger their positions. It's very nice to see. Very progressive football that. Similar to how Barca approach their possession football.
But here's the goal that Osmar scored on 37 minutes. It was Ghazi who was closest to him, but effectively unmarked 7 yards out.
It's criminal, isn't it? Champions League level.
Pejman. Hidari ahead of him. Referee says no free kick. Chapuis. Jakavan. And no free kick this time against Andronic. Nekunan. Sadeji. So many recognisable names and international faces for Istiklal. To see them very much second best really is a real tribute to Buriram. As you can see, we're into the final 2 minutes of time added on. Ghazi does well. Ghazi, it's the first strike on goal by Istiklal, and it's from 25 yards or so out.
Well, I think Alejandro Menendez, the Buriram coach, will be very happy if Istiglal's taking pot shots from 25, 35 yards out. And as you said, that's the first shot in anger, the Buriram goal. Should be a worried man. They're getting caught out in the midfield, Istiklal players. And I know it's a noisy atmosphere with those vuvuzelas going off, but it can't be too noisy that you can't hear your teammate communicate to you, or less there isn't enough communication going on between them.
Tinaton's little dink forward. Suchau, as ever, the willing runner. Nakuna. Pejman. Where's the movement? Where's the options? What is going wrong with Istiklal?
I was reading what new coach Alejandro Menendez was saying before the game in the build-up to this match, and he was saying that they're very confident they can beat Istiklal. Former Racing Santander coach. He actually feels that they are the better team. He feels that Buriram is the better team. He's certainly showing that right now.
Sadeji. Ghazi. Tell you what, that's terrific foraging. They're just nicking the ball away, and Ghazi unable to have a moment to himself. Jirawat it was who worked hard. He and Surat have bossed the midfield, and Buriram United lead by a goal to nil at half-time. A great header from Osmar, but John Wilkinson, they thoroughly deserve this lead.
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt. Played all the football, looked much the more dangerous, created actually 3 or 4 decent opportunities. Need a little bit more quality in the second half, and they can capitalise on those opportunities. Istiklal way off the pace.
Well, for those of us who are thinking that the change of coach might be detrimental, we've had those words rammed down our throat. Half-time, Buriram United, they are 45 minutes away from the semi-finals of the AFC Champions League. They lead Istiklal by 1 goal to nil. We welcome you back to Buriram, where there is something of a momentous moment potentially in the offing for Buriram United. They lead Istiklal by 1 goal to nil. We're at the AFC Champions League knockout stage. We're at the quarter-final stage. It's 1-1 on aggregate, but such has been the impressive play of Buriram United that John Wilkinson, alongside me in the commentary box, is reckoning that this could be a semi-final place for Buriram if they keep playing the way they have been.
Well, the way this game's going right now, the semi-final spot is there for Buriram's taking. The worst thing they can do is take their foot off the gas, let Istiklal slowly take possession of the ball, start bossing the midfield, because as with most football games, the game's won and lost in the middle of the park. But we saw the goal go in there, fantastic header, wasn't it? Great header. And they should know, Buriram, that it's their game for the taking now.
It's the Spaniard Osmar who scored the only goal, but that really just hit the supremacy of Buriram, and they've got to make a half-time change. It's Anawin coming on, and that's certainly not a step backwards, because Anawin is very much an attacking player. He's coming on for Surat, who's one of their more defensive midfielders. What does that tell you?
It tells me that they're going for it, I think. I mean, it looks like, to me, I have a feeling they're going to pack the middle a little bit more. I expect Tiraton to still be pushing on. I expect Jakapan just to drop a little bit, start dropping more into the middle of the park and receiving the ball in deeper areas and turning with it, because he's every time he gets the ball, he gets his head up and he's trying to get that little dink over the top to Suchal.
As for Estedlal, with the likes of Nakunam, with the likes of Andronic, with the likes of J. Lloyd Samuel and Pejman, star names all, they have really, really disappointed.
Where are they? Where have they been? J. Lloyd Samuel in particular, I was really looking forward to watching him. And I said, when we were just after kickoff, I said to you, Des, that he looked in good shape, he looked in good nick. I mean, why shouldn't he be? He's only 31, 32 years old. But all the players for Esteghlal, to me, and you mentioned it as well, they all look a bit leggy and a little bit heavy-legged.
So, for the first time since BC Terra Sassano made it all the way to the final, with Turksak very prominent there, Thai football has got a real chance here. We've had our moments, we've had Wong Tong really shining, and now Buriram in this near-capacity stadium, made for football, the Thunder Castle they call it. Not officially, but that's how it's commonly known, and they're 45 minutes away from a place in the last four. Osmar does well, and there's a change also for Estedhlal. Another striker, Farhad Madeji, who's the club captain, he's come on, and it looks like it's a straight replacement, although Ghazi's there on the left-hand side. Looks like one of the midfielders is coming off. We'll get confirmation of that in just a moment.
Looks like J. Lloyd Samuel's coming towards the middle of the park. It looks like, to me, they've gone for a 4-4-2.
Yeah, and Pejman Nori looks like he's not there either. We'll wait for confirmation in just a moment, but Lloyd Samuel into Nakunam. Toe pokes it wide. Montazeri. Haydari, scorer of the goal in the first leg. Andronic, who I think is exempt from the criticism that we've generally thrown at Estedhlal.
Yeah, I think you can leave him out of that group, because he was everywhere, really.
Fired into the near post. Sarawak deals with it relatively comfortably. Paxade it was who came up from left back.
Another 25, 35-yard strike again, though, so still resorting to those long pots. Need to have it, like I said, they need to have a spell on the ball. But what a compliment for Buriram that you made Esteghlal change their formation. Really worried them. Would have liked to have been a fly on the wall during that half-time team talk.
Ramati.
Sorry, Des, there was a lot of senior players in the Esteghlal side looking at each other and there's a lot of little arguments, little pockets of arguments going on in the first half between themselves.
Farhad Majidi is a very different front man. He's not the big striker expected to hold it up. He's a lot more mobile. That's tight, huh?
That's very tight. It's a good little run. So what did you say? He's more of a space striker.
More mobile, certainly more mobile. That's Sadeji. Big muscular clearance forward and a chase from Farhad, which we hadn't seen at all in the first half.
And what happens? You get a throw-in in the final third. No such thing as a lost cause.
Osmar's goal separates the teams tonight. Remember, if it remains 1-0, we've got extra time. If Esteghlal score, Buriram would need to score 2 more. Away goals do count in the regulation 90 minutes. Here's Ghazi. Worked well there, Ghazi. Baiksadeh, as Ghazi takes out the corner flag. Baiksadeh's put a decent cross in. Haydari, well defended, importantly defended by Pratum.
Osmar went with the wrong foot there. He went with his favoured left foot when a right-footed clearance was on the cards.
Andronik's corner. Oh, that's a good header from Ghazi. That was a chance. The camera's on Farhad, but I'm pretty sure it was Ghazi who got up there.
Yeah, they're right there. I think he might be a little bit disappointed. The old Alex Ferguson twitch from the coach.
Taking the captain's armband as well. And Osmar.
Pressing very high now, Istiklal.
Yeah, it's very different, isn't it?
Yep.
Suchau. Suri. Jakafan in the middle. Claims for a handball. It would have been very harsh.
Great idea. Great idea. Was it Suchau coming in late, the third man running? But it's that space down on the right side, on the far side. It's still there for Buriram.
Former Singapore international John Wilkinson, who played club football in India and in Thailand, is currently playing for Tanjong Pagar in Singapore, providing the analysis on this very impressive Buriram performance. Suri, Chapuis. Maybe trying to force the ball. And Montazeri comes out with it. Hidari. Andronik. Pratham, no nonsense. Wade Samuel and Andronik. Hidari.
Looking a bit lively, aren't they now, Istiklal? Looking a bit fresher.
That was the word you said. Like to be a fly on the wall in the Istiklal training room. The swear word might have been thrown around.
I'm sure it was.
Hidari.
The old hairdryer treatment, it's I think it's a little bit of a dying art, especially at this level where these players are such highly paid professionals. It's very difficult to just get in their face and just scream at them for the whole of the half-time break, but I'm sure there were some angry words said. Come out with a lot more aggression, a lot more intent.
Pratham defends at the near post. Andronik though, second chance. Far post equaliser. It's the away goal. It's exactly what Buriram feared, and it's Sadeji who's Omrad Zede who's got the equaliser.
That little bit of quality from Andronik. It was a wonderful little standard ball to the back post. It was just one of those deliveries where it was, go on, throw your hat on it, because it was just stood to the back post just beautifully. And there was any number of Istiklal players that could have scored that. I think there was about 3 players bombing in.
Outnumbered them at the far post. Down with header, Sarawak couldn't do anything about it, but it's a quality ball in from Andronik.
It was all about the delivery, yeah, all about the delivery. So difficult to defend against. Space created, ball delivered, man arrived, and that is a goal. And like you said, it's the away goal. Now Buriram really up against it.
They required 2 goals to go through, and suddenly all the optimism has been punctured by...
How cruel can football be?
Omran Zede. And there's plenty of experience. Andronik, who's looks like he's got a shin pad strapped to his forearm there, which is an interesting one. Suchau. Jakafan.
Fantastic ball. What a ball. What a ball that was.
Tiraton. but not enough blue shirts in the penalty area. Here's Osmar. Closed down by Andronic. Well, the orchestrated cheering for Buriram will continue until the end. But the neutrals, I think they might realise that this is a tough ask. Little slide rule through to Suchau. And a goal kick being given.
Like a corner to me. Nice play. Great little run from Suchau. A little bit more disguise on that pass. But good football nevertheless. They need to just regroup a little bit now, Buriram. It's not an impossible task. Not with the way they've been playing, and you know, as fatigued as Esteghlal have been looking, they just need to forget about winning the game again. It's all about focusing on getting that goal. You get the next goal, and then you have a new target.
And I'm running of the changes that we're going to see for Buriram will include Jesus Berakal. Here's the equaliser. He's got high above Suri Suka.
It's a great camera angle, that one, to show the beautiful shape on the ball.
The Iranians would certainly expect to go through to the semi-finals. When this draw was made, they would have probably looked at this and gone, yep, we fancy that, we're happy with that.
I think they would be overjoyed with the draw against Buriram. They'd be looking at it going, oh, it's a Southeast Asian team, yes please. But my goodness, over the course of all these minutes of this leg, I'd have to say that Buriram a little bit unlucky to be going down, to find themselves 2-1 down in this match.
Well, on aggregate anyway, 1-1 in this match.
Yeah, sorry. Very unlucky indeed.
From Ranzade's clearance, he finds Osmar. Girawat still playing to feet, as they must do. But Nakunam into Andronic and Hidari. And the change of shape seems to have helped the Iranian side. And the frustration now is from Tilatom. El Surya looks like he's preparing to come on. Angle ball, lovely, picks out Hidari. Andronic. Ghazi, it's a run to Farhad, to Ghazi. It might break to Hidari. Farhad! Oof. Acrobatics and nearly spectacular.
It was on target as well. It was goal bound. And it's Osmar. Osmar with the block. And he had to block it because that was definitely on target. Nice to see Surya. Surya looks like he's warming up, coming on. Forward, bags of pace.
So Deji couldn't get there, Ghazi can. Jakafan.
Great touch.
And wins the free kick. The change is going to be made, and it's going to be Jakapan, who makes his way off. Industrious. Never really got into dangerous attacking areas, Jakapan. Surya.
Tried Jakapan, didn't he? Really did try to link up with Suchau. Just really didn't happen. Now they've got Surya just full of pace. Not the most quality on the pitch, I have to say, but he's a really willing runner. Will run the channels. Will make the Esteghlal defenders feel very uncomfortable.
He's been in the wars a little bit as the left-back, Pratum. Took a couple of clobberings in the first half, one from Andronic. Take another one here. Marty's saves in the first leg now really proving to be important. Keeping the clean sheet on these two-legged ties. If you can keep a clean sheet at home, even if you don't win, it can be so important in the second leg.
That's exactly what Amir Galanoy was saying after the first game, after the first leg, was we just didn't want to concede. And that is, like you said, some of those saves that I saw that match, some of the saves were, they had no right to claw some of the strikes out of the top corner.
Surya fouls the goal scorer on Ranzadeh. And the Iranians will just try to slow things down. Goalkeeper will jog up. Yes, ref, I'm taking it. Don't worry, ref. Yeah, I'm listening. And then 15 seconds later, the goal kick is taken. All the pros I come across always tell me it's all part of the game. I wish there was something that could be done to stop that kind of just delaying tactics.
Goalkeepers drive you nuts. They'll point to the ball. Is it from here, ref? Is it from here? Should I take it from here? And they'll just do the shoelaces up again.
Andronic might turn into a good ball. Hey, Dory.
Terrific ball, wasn't it?
Tidatom, tenacious. Andronic, even more so.
Knew exactly what he was doing. It's a shame because Tidatom did so well. And Andronic did equally as well. And was very professional in the way he dived to the ground. And I don't quite know what's gone on there.
Well, he is clipped. As Tidatom jumps over him, he clips in on his shoulder. Just if the replay follows through there, you'll see there's a little clip.
He knew exactly what he was doing there, Tidatom. From all that rolling and riding around on the floor, it seems right as rain now. He's a good little player, this Tidatom. I like the look of him. Not just the quality he's got with that lovely left foot, but tenacious as well, likes to tackle, likes to do the ugly side of the game, which is so important, of course. You've got to be more of a complete player nowadays than just a wide player standing on the halfway line, the old Stanley Matthew era, should we say.
Well, Tidatom picked up a yellow card there. And more opportunities for Andronic. We had a reason why the meshing is behind the goal. Andronic kept it low.
That's a disappointing delivery, and he's furious with himself, Andronic. That little cross little standard cross he made for the goal. Another one out of that book would have done just nicely from that angle. Just a little clip delivery in. Not the biggest Buriram, with the exception of Osmar.
Tidatom. Maybe this is where the physicality we spoke about in the first half. If you can get into good areas and put the ball into the far post and man up on players you're bigger than, that's where physicality can win you games.
I've mentioned it umpteen times with regard to Southeast Asian clubs when they play against the likes of the Saudi teams, the Iranian sides, even the Jordanian sides. They really do have to be on their mettle and on the ball all the time and play 100% flat out for the full 90 minutes. Whereas, you know, the stronger teams like your Istiqlal, they always seem like they can go up another couple of gears and always seem to get away with playing within themselves. Save their best for the semis and the finals. Of course, I'd never recommend that, but seem to be getting away with it, especially right now, because they really haven't been at the races.
Farhad will pick up a yellow card for a Cheeky little 6 studs in the calves of Osmar. Credit to Osmar. He simply got up and carried on. But Farhad Majidi becomes the latest in the referee's naughty book. First chance really for Anawin. Andranik has gone a little bit high. Andranik.
I think Andranik lashed out a little bit with his heel there. We'll see that again.
He got away with a shoulder charge in the first half, Andranik.
If you look, a little lash out there on the left heel. He's counted himself very lucky there, Andranik. But one thing I have to say about him, Andranik Tamorian, that he has been everywhere. He really has been looking like the one real bright spark, one real quality player. Not seen J. Lloyd Samuel at all. Terrific delivery.
Suchau was trying to get there, and many congratulations for J. Lloyd Samuel, because that's wonderful defending. That's proper defending.
Great delivery. Yeah, good defending.
Ramati punches clear. Farhad. He's got a chance for one-on-one here, Farhad. Has he got the pace? No, because he's cynically brought down by Surrey. No qualms about Surrey. He's picking up a yellow card there. Complaints, I have a few. Too few to mention.
Majidi, of course, just come on. He's the one player who's probably still got the legs in him to get away from some of the Thai challenges. He couldn't get away with that one. Couldn't get away from that one, rather. We count a few yellow cards now for Buriram, just racking up.
Yes. Tiriton, Surrey. One other to 3 now. And a free kick against them. Ghazi. Comfortable for Sarawak. Suchau's little flick. Very neat and tidy, clever player, Suchau.
Yeah, does everything right, doesn't he? Always has his body in line with the ball, passes the ball properly, doesn't hold on to the ball too long.
Well, we've got a handball here against Surrey. Clearly he thought the ball had gone out of play. And for the man whose money and influence is behind everything, the dream is looking a little bit more distant. They need 2 goals in 22.5 minutes.
We haven't seen them in the attacking in Esteghal's defensive third for a few minutes. Esteghal really pushing up the field high, led by this man, of course, Tamorian, Andranik Tamorian.
Tiliton. Now, to give credit to Esteghal, the change that they made at half-time have completely changed the game. Chapuis will chase. And Radzadeh. What happened to Chapuis then?
Sure, just pulled up with a bit of cramp.
He just fell to the deck as he was chasing this ball.
Oh, just twisted his ankle.
Ah.
It's a bit nasty.
Good television coverage and... Yo.
Yeah.
Yep.
He'll do well to jog this off. I think he just stuck his studs, got caught in the divot there. Very unlucky.
Particularly on this pitch, because it looks really good.
Yeah.
Jirawat. Surya. Had the man over. It was Surrey. Tiriton. Surisuka. Suchao. Nice. Good effort. Ramati worried about his near post.
Decent effort, and that's what Buriram have to do now. Have to play with loads of confidence. All right, decent effort. Need to keep the ball in that final third. Need to pop it around 1 and 2 touch. Nobody likes chasing back towards their own goal, especially when you're from Chile, Tehran, and you're in very, very humid conditions in Buriram.
Ghazi's little flick. Well, he looks an awful lot happier at the moment as Ardashir Galanoi. Pejman doesn't get the clearance away. Tinatan. Suchao. Anawin. And when a cross comes in, although there's 3 players there, you really don't feel there's a target to aim for.
No, not unless it's against the runner play on a counter-attack. But it doesn't look like the best football, but I tell you, those diagonal balls over the top of the fullbacks of Esteghlal, they're on pretty much every time. From the middle of the park, those diagonal balls, just dropping them over. The space is there for Buriram to exploit. A goal from Buriram would set us up for a grandstand finish.
Suri loses out. Fahad. He's been lively.
He has been, hasn't he, since he's come on. Very busy little striker. Robust.
Chapuis as Buriram chase the dream. Ghazi. Looking for Lloyd Samuel. Important interception from Chidipat.
Lloyd Samuel just pulled up rather gingerly.
Aiksadeh to Ghazi. Now this might break. Didn't fancy it really, did he? Referees delayed the free kick. That's good refereeing. But Surya pulled out of a challenge there. Because Umrat he's one of those, I'm getting you and the ball if needs be here. Final throw of the dice. And Chapuis makes his way off. As you can see, he never did fully recover from that little twisted ankle, which is just coming up. Yeah, ouch. So Ernesto comes on, Bruno. As you say, Surya will work hard and the Iranians will milk any opportunity they have to hit the deck. Sadeji.
Oh, look at the size mismatch there.
What's a centre-back doing that?
There's a big lump. He looks like he's hurt himself a little bit there. Interesting to see where Bruno's going to slot in. I'd like to see him in a more advanced position than just where Chapuis was playing. I'd actually like to see Buriram play with more of a front 3.
And Rinnick. Ghazi does well. Penalised, which is a bit unfortunate.
playing in this Champions League level, you do not have the time to take 2-3 touches on the ball.
And a win. Good decoy run. It nearly breaks to Soria, and Bruno made a late surge as well.
It was a great run from Bruno and a great delivery, but Bruno seemed to just pull out for me. He seemed to just pull out in the last minute, just saw bodies in his way and didn't really fancy it. I think he was just inches away from connecting.
2 goals in 15 minutes is the equation for Buriram United. Anything less and they are out. And a win. Osmar scored one.
Shame that wasn't on his left foot. Coming up from the back again, looks very accomplished coming up into the middle of the park and into the final third. Tamorian didn't fancy that challenge. It's a decent strike, but if only it was on his left foot. I'd like to see that opportunity again for Bruno, because I really think that was a genuine chance.
Good position for a cross, and as you can tell from Suri Suka, he's more frustrated than anybody.
Buriram players, if it stays like this and they are knocked out of the Champions League, I think they'll have to go some to get a better opportunity of getting into the semi-final than this, because I think it was there for them. I really do. As well as Esteghlal have played in this second half, and I know they've changed the formation and brought a couple of players on and looked a little bit more accomplished, I still think it was there for Buriram.
Javed Nakunam there with a little bit of no-nonsense. Taylor Tom. We need something Ronaldo-esque here.
He's looking for the valve of the ball to strike. One of Roberto Carlos's tricks. Hit the valve of the ball, and the ball does tend to do funny things in midair.
Again, Osmar is the target, and Osmar's the man who gets there. He's such an important figure.
It's a quality ball again. You look at the movement on the ball, there's a lot of dip on it. He is a handful, isn't he? Going up front, Osmar. Asked to do a lot of work. Defending, bringing the ball into midfield and getting up front for the set pieces.
Nakunam. As you can see there, Jiwat saying that's his second foul in a couple of minutes. And it's a legitimate attempt to get the ball, I suspect, as Anna wins a corner kick.
All game, Esteghlal have had problems with their full-back areas. Don't know whether to come, go with the runner, stay. Something they need to address if they really are going to lift this trophy.
Osama got in there once again, and he couldn't direct it. Come off an Esteghlal defender, but big Osama, he's such a threat.
Not picked up again, and it's a free header.
Sideji clears. Bruno. 4-5 in the penalty area. Bruno over ambitious, and Andronik strong, until Osmar takes it off him and took a kick to the ankle for his pains.
Oh, I know Osmar's gone down there, but Buriram in great position in the wide area just to carry on playing. We've worked together before, Des, and we often talk about what we feel will be what's best for the game in these situations. Do we just leave it up to the referee to make the decision? And as a player, I have to say, I much prefer just leaving it completely up to the referee to blow his whistle.
very good attacking position is lost. You can imagine, though, if they hadn't put the ball out, that there would have been one or two feisty little challenges coming in from Esteghhlal.
Yeah, well, the rule the way it is, it does complicate things.
Suchau loses possession. J. Lloyd Samuel. Bagzadeh. Farhad and Ghazi. Osmar was the wrong side, has got away with that. The referee explaining his decision to Ghazi, who's still not impressed. Tidaton. Andronic, one foul too many for Andronic Teymourian. And the long overdue yellow card is finally flashed in Andronic Teymourian's face.
I think his face says it all. I think he knows that's fair enough. Definitely on the cards. Well, you know, going back to Osmar's missed header, free header, made another great near post run. If only he could connect. It was a little bit difficult because he'd actually ran past the near post. Another great delivery, and that was two opportunities. We had Bruno's opportunity just before that. That's two opportunities that Buriram could look back on. I think they should have done better.
Girouard's free kick, not the best. Andronic gives it away to Osmar. Bruno. Suri picked out. Offside.
Suri wanted the ball a lot earlier, made another fantastic run. I think it was Bruno that didn't get his head up and see him quick. Oh yeah, such a shame. A little dink over the top to Suri, and he was definitely in. But he's been making those runs all game.
Excellent officiating, to be fair.
Yeah. I think they've had a good game, though, all the officials. I was a little bit worried about the referee being a little bit too finicky, and he was nitpicking in the first stages, the early stages of the game, but he's really composed himself, and all the officials have done well, I think. He's tried to let the game flow, hasn't he, the Japanese ref?
As a player, are you thinking about the referee's performance and what he might do if he's flashing the cards early on? Yeah,
as a senior player, you have a look at that, and you try to have a word with your younger player, especially in a big game like this, because sometimes the younger players get a little bit overawed and they do some rash things, playing in front of a big crowd. Younger players tend to play to the crowd a little bit more, you see. You always have a little bit one eye on who the ref's going to be and where he's from, and have you had him before?
Here's Anowin to Bruno. Osmar to Anowin. Oh,
why did he wait?
He's asking himself precisely the same question.
What a terrific ball from Osmar. Great little ball. The outside of his foot. I think he was caught in two minds whether to just volley it first time. He had a look at the goalkeeper. I think he thought the goalkeeper was coming and he wanted to just lift it over him, but there was a little first-time cutback. This little cutback to Suchau was on. That's three opportunities in 10 minutes. Well, they're going to kick. Sorry, Des. I think they're going to kick themselves.
The equation is 2 goals in 7 minutes required. Bruno. Osmar. Bruno. Osmar now playing effectively as a centre forward. Anowin. It's not been a great 60 seconds for him, has it?
No, I think if the professional rule is if that happens to you during a game, you scream at the referee and ask for a penalty. It's going to happen to you. It's going to happen to you a couple times in your career, especially when you've got tired, heavy legs. Get on your knees now and start begging the referee for a penalty. You never know.
But the dream is fading away. Ghazi gets the flick on. Osmar.
Osmar's all the way back there. He was in advanced midfield position just now.
Suri in his more orthodox right-back position. Super ball. Switch out. He's got Anna Wynn far post if he can pick him out. He couldn't because there were too many white shirts back. Sadeghi can afford a little smile now. Job nearly done. Surya. Half-hearted claims for a penalty. Javed Nakunam just bending into the ball.
Well, that passage of play there from Buriram just underlines what I tell people, especially when I came back playing in the S League after my stint in Thailand. They always ask me, they said, how is Thai football? What's it like playing in the Thai league? And I have to say, Thai players and playing in midfield for Thailand, they're as good as anybody in Asia going forward. It's just in that final third, that little bit of quality and decision-making in that final third.
Surya penalised, and he didn't do a vast amount wrong there. Certainly the foot isn't high.
Oh, there's not an awful lot wrong in that. But he's been a willing trier, hasn't he, since he came on.
Andranik will make his way off as Esteghal eat up a couple of seconds. Mehdi Nazari will come on. Well, got to ask, Esteghal look like they're going to make it through to the semi-finals. Are they good enough to win this tournament?
And on this showing, not just this second leg, but the first leg showing as well, I'll have to say no. I think they've got a lot of work to do on the training ground. I really do. I think probably they've just had a little bit too much, yeah, they're too much pedigree, should we say. I think that's a fair point to make for Buriram.
Massive club, massive home support. If they were to make it to the final, gosh, Yazadi would be absolutely pumping. 95,000 were there for the first leg against Buriram.
If they make it to the final and they do actually win it again, is that the third time?
It would be.
That would be joint with Pohang Steelers, I think.
Indeed it would, but it's a long time since they were top dogs in Asia.
Still don't look like top dogs to me, I have to say. Not on this showing. I've seen them a couple times now, and I'm still unconvinced. They've got the quality in their ranks, they really do, and they have strength and depth when you look at the whole squad. But Buriram really have given them a good run for their money over these two legs, and I have to say, look the more likely of going through. And I'll say it again, I don't think many of the Buriram players will be sleeping very well tonight. Dreaming and thinking of the case, thinking the case of what could have been.
Jirawat. One or two beginning to exit the Thunder Castle. It's been a great run. The victory over Bunyodkor, exceptional achievement for Southeast Asian and Thai football. Esteghal just a little step too far. Or is it? Is there unimaginable drama? Surrey. They've resisted the urge just to lump the ball into the penalty area, but as a neutral, they're not going to score with the ball this far out. Jirawat.
It's another decent ball. And they have been putting quality in, they really have, and it's just a shame. The build-up play from Buriram over the two legs have been, exquisite. Some of the little dink passes, the no-look passes, the raking balls out wide to either flank have been fantastic. They really have. But I'll say it again, it's just that little bit of quality. Final ball, little bit of quality in the final third. It's just let them down.
Andranik, Farhad is offside. It's a late flag, but I think it's a correct flag. A defeat to be very hard to stomach. Heydari replaced. And Nazari makes his way on. Counting the 6 seconds is Anawin. Almighty make sure he doesn't fall foul of it. Timorian, Lloyd Samuel. Going to ask you to try and pick out a man of the match in a moment, John.
There's a few contenders. I think J. Lloyd Samuel will be one of them. I think that's probably his second or third touch the whole game. Disappointing for me. Diraton, I thought, on the ball now. I think he's looked quality in patches and some important spade work as well, going back towards his own goal.
Here's Suchao, 4 minutes. Man United did it. Soria can't find a shot on target.
Also Suri on the right side, I think he's been a willing outlet, been an important outlet for Buriram. Just, shall we say, you know, if I was nitpicking, just a little bit of quality. His final ball really hasn't been up to scratch, but did find himself in a lot of space, and I mean, what you will get with him would just be runs all day. But for me, you know, I know I'm a little bit biased towards the Southeast Asian sides, and I'm gonna, Timorian on the ball, and Timorian's been very, very good and driven Esteghlal on, but I have to give it to Osmar, the goal scorer for Buriram. He's been everywhere, he's been very, very important, looked very composed on the ball.
Here is Andranik. Oh! Wow!
Can I change my mind?
Wow! Andranik Timorian has pulled one out of the top drawer and given Esteghlal a 2-1 lead on the night, and you can't change your mind.
Okay. Class is permanent though, Des. Class is permanent. He's had a decent game tonight. Looked the best player for Esteghlal, no doubt. Been a little bit frustrating in parts. Really hasn't stamped his authority in midfield like we're used to seeing him do. But when you've got class and quality that he has, you don't soon lose that. And what a wonderful strike.
Well, he set up the first, and this one is... Oh.
It's a rocket, isn't it?
Oh. Any league, anywhere in the world, that is top draw.
Got his pink boots all the way through that. And I think he just closed his eyes and lashed it, because the dying stages of this game. And that is a wonderful, wonderful strike, top corner, and that has completely silenced this crowd. And they don't deserve to be, they do not deserve to be 3-1 down.
But they are 2-1 on the night, 3-1 on aggregate. The record books will suggest that this is quite comfortable. It couldn't be further from the truth. Nazari. Pratham. Got the ball, says the referee, who's been consistent. Well, that's harsh. This is harsh for Buriram. Jirawat.
Football can be a cruel teacher sometimes, and you know, they'll have to pick themselves up.
Chance for Bruno Ramati.
It's another chance for Buriram that they've not put away, and they're really going to be ruining those missed opportunities.
And at the other end, Farhead turns Jidawat, and Esteghlal will just make the final change just to make sure there's no danger. An appearance bonus on its way to Govran Lovra, the Serbian.
I bet you it's no small appearance bonus either. Anyway, following on from my point, I think that these Buriram players, they would have matured overnight from this game.
So Lovra doesn't even get a touch. Final whistle goes. Esteghlal have made it through to the semi-finals of the AFC Champions League. Andronic Timourian with a rocket to win it for them. But this was very, very tough. Your thoughts on Buriram United's whole AFC Champions League campaign, John Wilkinson?
I think it's been a wonderful, wonderful experience for the fans, for the players, and for Thai football in general. It's been a wonderful showcase for Thai football. They've really outdone themselves, I have to say. And once again, I'm a little bit flabbergasted, and I feel a little bit sorry for them.
But they've lost 2-1 on the night, 3-1 on aggregate. They led 1-0 at half-time. But at the end, it's Istiklal who will go through to the Final Four. Brave effort from Buriram, but goals from Omradzadeh early in the second half. And Andronic Timourian make a final score here from the Thunder Castle in Buriram. Buriram United 1, Istiklal from Iran 2.